So Stephen A. Smith went on First Take, and he was drenched from head to toe with African American pride. Okay? He didn't even have to wait for February. He just decided to put on the gear to show to the world, to show to the naysayers, to show to the African American community that he is proud to be African American. All right? I don't know if he is or not. That's not my business. That's not my place. Okay? That's up to him. All right? And I'm going to explain to you guys why he's doing this. Last week, he went on Stephen A's World and showed blooper reels of Kwame Brown's performance on the NBA court. And that was his exhibit A, B, C, and D to prove without a shadow of a doubt Kwame Brown was a bust. Kwame Brown sucked. And a lot of other insults he did over the course of 20 years of ridiculing Kwame Brown. That he had a reason to do this because he sucked. Which, by the way, Kwame Brown lasted 12 years in the NBA, made over $70 million in the NBA. Not too many people who bust, if you want to use that word, in the NBA, who was selected from teams from the NBA draft, can say that they had a resume like that. But that's neither here nor there. He showed blooper reels, which, by the way, I can do that to Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bean Bryant, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry. I can do blooper reels all day of their bad play and bad performance on certain and selective games. But does that mean without a shadow of a doubt these individuals suck? That these individuals are bust? Okay? No. So all Stephen A. Smith did last week was proving Kwame Brown's point that Stephen A. Smith made a name for himself and made money off the back of a lot of players by insulting the players' character, assassinating their character. Okay, I'm not talking about his critique of Kwame Brown on the court, but basically assassinating this man's character and making a name for himself while doing it. Okay, it's not Kwame Brown's fault that the Washington Wizards select him number 1 in the NBA draft. That is not Kwame Brown's fault. If Stephen A. Smith has a bone to pick, he should pick it with the executives, Michael Jordan, Abe Polian, all those guys who selected Kwame Brown with the number 1 pick. If Stephen A. Smith knows more about basketball, then why hasn't he been offered a job as a front office personnel or an executive, maybe part owner, a coach, a head coach, an assistant coach, okay, working on the payroll, on certain NBA staff and organizations? Because if he knows so much about basketball, a lot of questions that we need a response from you, Stephen A. Smith. The reason why Stephen A. Smith is drenched in head to toe African American pride, and he didn't even have to wait for February to put on this jacket. Stephen A. Smith was getting crushed on social media. A lot of people were co-signing to Kwame Brown. And you just proven Kwame Brown's point. A lot of current athletes, former athletes, personalities, influencers, YouTubers, social media influencers, all are on the side of Kwame Brown. No one has taken a position to Stephen A. Smith comeback or diss to Kwame Brown when he was showing them blooper reels. All he was doing was just proving Kwame Brown right from the start. And he also proved, without a shadow of a doubt, what Kwame Brown has been saying and indicating that this is all in part of the get along gang. Stephen A. Smith has a personal, professional business relationship with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes have a business relationship, maybe a Hollywood type friendship style with Charlemagne the God. And they all work in that same circle. And you're just proving Kwame Brown to be correct, that it is a get along gang. Get along, stay along gang. I forgot what Kwame Brown calls it. But nevertheless, it has something to do with get along gang. So, Stephen A. Smith got on national television on First Take. He was showing his pride of being African American. And a lot of people are going to miss this point. Have you noticed his demeanor on First Take on that particular episode? Notice how it wasn't all about fire and brimstone. Notice he was more calmer, more quieter. Do y'all think that was a coinkydink? Y'all think that's just coincidence? You know, because Stephen A. Smith was on the same narrative of Charlemagne the God, Steven Jackson, and Matt Barnes was on, and even Jamel Hill. And he didn't even defend Jamel Hill, but that's neither here nor there. Okay? They was on this narrative of Kwame Brown. He just wakes up with anger and violence on his mind. He's an evil person. Which that's what the majority, that's the stick of what society deems a lot of African American men. We're violent, we're uncontrollable, we can't control our emotion. Look how loud we talk, okay? Listen to the roar and the mass in their voice. They're upset about something. I remember Stephen A. Smith telling this story a while ago, when he started working for ESPN, the worldwide leader of sports, by the way. He told this story about how when he was in the office and he was, talking with some other of his colleagues and analysts, and people started noticing that he was talking real loud. His voice was echoing. And he told the story of, they thought I was an angry black African American. He says, no, that's passion that you're hearing. That's passion. I'm not mad. I'm not violent. I'm not upset. That's just the way I talk, and that's the way I speak. I speak with passion. Passion is an emotion. Passion is a positive emotion. And it's funny how you try to flip that narrative on Kwame Brown, saying, well, look at Kwame Brown's demeanor. Look how he speaks. Look how much rage is in his voice. We need to stay away from him. Leave him alone. He's evil. He just woke up out of bed violent. So you're trying to use the same tactics your colleagues were trying to use on you at ESPN years ago, right, Stephen A. Smith? But, what do I know? Well, that's all I got for this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you guys on the next video. Deuces.